Hello everybody, this is GamerGar. Welcome back to another video of Stardew Valley. For today's video, I'm going to bring you through some great tips on how you can save tons of money in this game. So without further ado, let's jump into the video and let's have some fun. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so when Stardew Valley content is released, which is every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, and we also do live streams every Friday at 9 o'clock British Standard Time, you will be notified. As you can see, the channel has now tons of Stardew Valley content for you to enjoy. So the first tip I want to share with yourselves today is using the travelling cart. The travelling cart is an NPC that appears every Friday and Sunday. The travelling cart has a huge rotating stock, but look at the price for the eggs here. 400 gold for one egg, and we can purchase up to 5 of them this time from the travelling cart. Now, it's also worth noting that if we were to go to Marnie to purchase a chicken, it would cost us 800 gold, but we can get an egg only for 400 through the travelling cart. So my advice to you is that if you're looking to get animals in this game, whether it be chickens, whether it be ducks, always check the travelling cart first to see if she has eggs for sale. If she does, purchase those eggs, because most of the time you will get them at a significant discount. Just put them into the incubator that comes with your coop and you're good to go. Instead of forking out almost double the amount of money for animals, you can save it by just purchasing items through the travelling cart. The next money saving tip I have for you today is the purchasing of certain seeds from Pierre. Now, most of the seeds he does sell, you won't get them cheaper anywhere else. However, the sunflower seeds that he does sell you are a whopping 200 gold per sunflower seed. So a rule of thumb, never buy sunflower seeds from Pierre. You're actually better off to go to the Geodes mart and purchase the sunflower seeds there. And for whatever reason, if you have the community centre done and the Geodes mart isn't open anymore, most of the time you can get them at a cheaper rate through the travelling cart lady. So rule of thumb, do not buy sunflower seeds ever from Pierre unless it's an absolute emergency. The next money saver tip I have for you today is the purchasing of hay from Marnie. Now, as we all know, Marnie can be very scarce, and when she is around, the purchasing of hay can be extremely expensive. 50 gold pieces for just one piece of hay, and that's equivalent to just feeding one animal on your farm. You can have a farm with hundreds of animals on it, so Marnie can get very expensive very quickly depending on how many animals that you have. There is fortunately tons of methods in this game that you can utilize that will save you tons of money on the animal process, and the first is the grass starter. Now, you can purchase grass starter from Pierre for just 100 gold a piece. Now, it is more expensive than hay. However, one grass starter can multiply, especially when a new season kicks in, into tons of grass. You can also get the recipe off Pierre to make grass starter. All you need is fibre to make this, and this will save you so much money that you'll be able to have the animal farm of your dreams. The best way to get fibre is to do Linus's community cleanup quest, and all you have to do for that quest is to fish up trash and just put it in a bin then at the end of the quest, and Linus will give you a recipe for fibre seeds. Once you plant fibre seeds out in your farm, you can also grow fibre seeds in winter. You'll never need fibre again. You will get hundreds if not thousands of fibre from doing this method, and with all that fibre you can then put the grass starter down. If you put grass starter down in winter, it has a huge multiplier effect for spring. All you need to do is just put it in little patches all around your farm. So I'm just doing the community cleanup quest here at the moment, and I find the best place to do this is your farm. Other great alternatives are floor 100 in the mines. Trash is very common there because the lava eels are so rare. And of course, the little cave just north of your Ginger Island farm has a frog inside it that you can do for quests, but there's a little pool inside there that's also great for getting loads of trash out of if you want to complete that quest very quickly. So once we learn the fibre seed recipe, we can then go ahead and we can craft tons of fibre seeds. We can plant those. You don't need sprinklers for fibre seeds, and you can plant them in winter as well, so you could literally layer your farm with fibre seeds, no problem at all. As we can see, I've got 2 huge plots here that I can fill out with fibre seeds. We're going to do just that. To make a fibre seed, you just need mixed seeds, sap and clay. Now, mixed seeds can be somewhat of a rarity depending on how you play the game. Best way to get mixed seeds is to just get your scythe, run around and just harvest all of the grass that you can see with it all over Stardew Valley, especially if you go to the mines. You can get lots of grass inside there as well. So I'm just going to plant all these lovely fiber seeds, and as we can see, because they don't require sprinklers, you don't get crows in winter, so there's no scarecrows here. You can just fill out your farm with these, and if you fill up your farm with these in winter, you will have so much fiber, it'll easily set you up for the rest of the game at whatever you have to do with it. And fiber isn't just great for making recipes such as grass starter. Fiber is also amazing if you need to make recipes such as tea saplings, which also sell for huge amounts of money. So you can't go wrong with the fiber seed, especially if you're looking for stuff to do in winter. And it only takes a few days. And what's great about the fiber seed is that one fiber seed will give you back a huge amount of fiber. So we're just going to whip out the scythe here, and we're going to harvest all this and just look on how much fiber we're going to get from these 2 farm plots. So this is the first farm plot, and I already have hundreds. I'm also getting mixed seeds occasionally, so we can make even more fiber seeds once we're finished, which is great. That's almost 2,000 fiber, almost 2,000 fiber I got there from those 2 plots. You might ask yourself, what can you do with almost 2,000 fiber? There's loads of things in this game you can do with it. You can make Junimo huts, you can make tea saplings, you can make different types of fertilizers, and of course you can make grass starter, which you should absolutely plant by the end of winter, so that when you kickstart spring, your animals won't need hay for a very long time. Look at all the grass starter I can now make. And the reason why grass starter is so powerful is because there's certain animals in this game and they will take more than 1 bite of grass per day. Pigs, for example, will eat multiple pieces of grass. Chickens will just eat 1 piece of grass. But depending on what kind of a farm you have, grass can get used up very quickly. So it's very important when you're in winter to just do what I'm doing here. You don't have to join it all together. Just put it in little plots like this, because that will expand when spring comes in. All those little pieces of grass will multiply by about 8 times when the new season kicks into play. So even though it looks like there's not going to be a whole lot of grass in spring, trust me, there will be. As we can see, there isn't much on our farm at the moment because this is all used for grass, it's all used for animals. So winter is the perfect time to get down your grass starters, so that when you go into spring, you won't have to go to Marnie for a very long time to purchase hay. So I'm just going to skip a few days ahead just to show you the effects of when you go from winter into spring. Now, obviously grass starter will give you a multiply effect when you go from spring to summer, summer to fall, but it's especially potent when you go from winter into spring. So we're in spring now at the moment. It's the first day of spring. It's a brand new year. Let's go outside and let's look at the effects. So look at all the grass we have now. It is all over the place. Let's do a super quick farm tour and just run down here just to show you all the grass. So we have lovely dinosaurs eating the grass. And this grass is going to keep those dinosaurs going for a very, very long time. Look at all the grass we have over here. And I literally just planted a few plots of grass starter. Not a huge amount. As we can see, the multiplier effect is absolutely huge. So that is one of the best ways you're going to save money in this game, especially if you have animals. Use the power of grass starter. And all the pigs are eating the grass too. Now the pigs will make very short work of this, but at least on this plot it will give you a good few days before you have to purchase hay off Marnie. Next up, let's talk about free coffee. Coffee is one of those items in this game where you always need it because it always gives you a speed buff, and time in this game is super important. When you get down to the night market, you can actually get 1 free cup of coffee every single night that the night market is open. And it may sound like a trivial thing, but 1 free coffee can save you a lot of time during the day. Now, it's not as good as a triple shot espresso. The buff duration is much less. However, it will still give you a pretty good speed increase, meaning if you have a lot of tasks to do in one day, this will make it more possible for you because you're going to move a lot faster. It's also worth noting too that if you have a horse and you take the coffee, the horse will move faster as well. So it's an accumulative effect. The next great money saver I'm going to share with you today is to choose between should you buy artifact troves and break them open using Clint, or if you should break open the Omni Geodes themselves. So we're going to run 2 little tests in this part of the video. We are going to purchase 10 artifact troves. We're going to Clint to break those open. After that, we are then going to get Clint to break open Omni Geodes that are equivalent to the artifact troves that we used. So let's go on to Clint right now and break open these artifact troves. What do the artifact troves have going for them? They've got 3 items in particular. They have the treasure chest, 5,000 gold for that. It has the pearl, 2,500 gold, and the golden pumpkin, 2,500 gold. Also worth noting that the golden pumpkin and the pearl are universal loved gifts. So if there's a birthday coming up and you're finding it hard to get a loved gift, you can't go wrong with treasure troves. But let's look at the profit margins here. Let's focus on what is more profitable at the moment. When you break open treasure troves, you're never going to get ores, you're always going to get some sort of an artifact. But the best artifacts you can hope for are the ones that you don't actually give to Gunther, which is the treasure chest, the pearl, and the golden pumpkin. So we just broke open some treasure troves there, and we just got back some regular artifacts. Now sometimes you can get back pearls, you can get back golden pumpkins, so you can make a lot more money. But this is one of many unit tests that we performed. So we make a nice 1,700 gold from that transaction. But let's see what some of the artifacts are worth. The golden mask, 500 gold. The dwarf gadget, 200 gold. The elvish jewelry, 200 gold. Not bad at all. So now let's go to Clint and let's have Clint break open the Omni Geodes. And we're going to get him to break open 50 Omni Geodes in total, which is equivalent to 10 treasure troves. And let's sell all these things inside to see how much we're going to get. So obviously if we're just going to get ores back, they're not going to sell for a whole lot of money. But if we get back actual mineral artifacts that we can give to Gunther, they sell for a lot more money. So let's just skip ahead and see what we got. We actually got super lucky and we got a prismatic shard. There's a few other things in there too that we got that can sell for a nice amount of money. The stone isn't going to get us a whole lot, but that prismatic shard will net us 2,000 gold. So that alone, has the treasure troves beat in terms of this test. So we're just going to go back to the house here now. We're going to set all of these items and we'll just compare the prices that we got from the treasure troves to just selling the stuff we got directly from the Omni Geodes. Let's see what is more profitable. So you can probably tell by now that you can't go wrong by just processing Omni Geodes and selling items that way. Look how much we got from processing 50 Omni Geodes, 8,201 gold. So if we take a look at the mining tab, prismatic shard selling for 2,600 gold, which is really nice. There's also some other stuff there too. The fire opal, 454 gold, which is lovely. And if we take a look at the other tab, we have clay, stone. We also got the ancient drum, which is an artifact, but it's 100 gold. So we won't say no to that. So rule of thumb, Omni Geodes are more profitable than treasure troves. Next up, let's talk about the bombs from the dwarf. As we all know, once we get the lovely dwarvish translation guide, we can speak to the lovely dwarf, we can even build a relationship with this guy, and we can unlock some cool events. More importantly, he sells bombs. 600 gold for one bomb may sound like a rip-off, but if you have loads of money like I do, and if you want to go to the Skull Cavern and make the most out of it, bombs, it's a great way to farm lots and lots of iridium ore. However, there is a cheaper option to get bombs. 2 options actually. The first is just making bombs using iron ores and coal. That's way better, but obviously you have to farm the mats. The second option is to trade in quartz for bombs, and the reason why this is way better is because your shed filled up with crystallariums can generate 3 quartz per day. So if you basically collect your quartz every single day, leave it for 1 or 2 weeks, you'll be able to get thousands of bombs, no problem. Let's talk about tree saplings from the travelling cart. As we all know, you can get tree saplings from Pierre. They're extremely expensive, but if you check the travelling cart occasionally, she will have tree saplings for far less. 4,500 gold there for a nice tree sapling. Let's see how much that costs if you want to purchase that from Pierre. So it's 4,500 gold from the travelling cart. Let's go to Pierre right now and go to the same tree sapling to see how much he sells it for. And he's selling the exact same one for 6,000 gold. That's a 1,500 gold increase, and that is why we don't like Pierre. Despite the fact that he is now open Wednesdays, he still rips you off with tree saplings, and of course he rips you off with deluxe speed grows. But hey, that's just Pierre. So always check the prices is the main thing to take away from this video. Check the prices all the time. Most of the time you can get things for a lot cheaper through other NPCs in the game, such as the travelling cart. So I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you enjoyed it. As per usual, I will upload the next Stardew Valley video in the next few days. So I hope to see you in that one. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.